Hey folks, welcome back to Dominions 5. In the last episode, the demon ogres of Lanka were pushing into Kailassa's land, and we took this province here of Typhia. Now, it's not the best province. It's only got a little bit of population. It's not the best. Now, we had a really good fun battle, and if you remember, we went up against a troop of an army of Kailassa that was a lot bigger than ours. And, you know, we had a lot of long dead, so we had a lot of chaff units. It looks like we lost a lot. Actually, really, we didn't really lose a lot of good troops. We lost 20 Bandar warriors, 16 Garners, and some 4 Kalamukas. The rest of them are just undead, and they're just, you know, like rubbish, basically. Whereas we killed a fair amount of troops here for in Kailassa, including some, like, you know, decent units, like these Fall Bears, quite a lot of Guryakas. Yaksha, there's a Yaksha archers, I think, was there as well. Yavana, sorry. So Yavana archers. These guys are all magic beings, by the way, and we've got Lanka have got a troop that you can summon that actually will deal with those guys quite well. They've got Moonblades, which is a magic item. I don't think I can forge those yet. I think they come a little bit later on in the tech tree, but I can actually summon. I think what are they called? Let me have a look, and I'll remind myself what they're called. This is the one, yeah. Sandiabalas or Sandiabalas. So Sandiabalas are basically, yeah, they're strong in twilight is their name. So demon ogres of the night. They can only be summoned at dusk, and their powers are greatest in darkness. Sandiabalas are demon warriors of great renown. But they are even more vulnerable to fire than other Rakshasas. They wield magical moonblades, which cause additional harm to magical beings. These things will absolutely wreck Yavana troops, basically. These naked guys. They will absolutely wreck them. So they might be worth getting once my blood economy gets back on the ground. Now, had a bit of a break because the unrest became a little bit too high here. Now, I don't want to get all of these guys blood hunting. This is not going to be efficient. So let me just... bear with me. 2, 3, 4. Oops. 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4, 6, 7. That sounds about enough blood hunting. I think I'll get the guys who haven't got the dowsing rods to reanimate. I'm going to keep getting soulless up. Okay, yeah, that looks good. Now, with the amount of troops that we've actually got patrolling here, God, look at this. Absolutely endless amounts of undead. This guy, yeah, he's got 80 undead. We're going to need more Mound Kings if we're going to keep patrolling at this rate. Let me just turn down the music in the volume of the music in my thing. Okay, so I need to have a bit of a think about this now. I've got a few moves I can make. We've got a force here of Gyarkas, Makatas, and archers. These guys are probably the ones that retreated from the last battle. Now we've still got Bala here, the Rakshasi, who I think she was quite lucky winning that battle against the Yavana. I think that was a Yavana she killed last. Let me just have a look. That was a Yaksha, sorry. This guy. So this guy's like an earth. He's basically an earth mage, and he's a good one as well. And we were pretty lucky. I don't know if you remember, but basically he summoned an earth elemental, and she, her magic item threw out a buffalo, and the buffalo kind of took some damage, but then kind of dodged the earth elemental and managed to kill the Yavana, whatever he's called, the Yaksha. So I'm going to try seducing again there. We've also got this turn. They actually moved on to my. We had a besieging army move onto here, so I think probably what I should do is move back and kill these. There's 30 units, but there's Fall Bears. There's a little bit too much for me to deal with just these defenders, I think. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Now these guys are going to. I think no, we don't want to be casting rituals. Suppose we could get some more. Now, how much for the Sandiabalas? Again, I forget. How much are those? Oh, they're 30 blood slaves, which we don't have quite yet, I don't think. No, we don't have any blood slaves available. So what I'll do is I will start getting some of those. They are a really good troop. For the time being, these Kalamukas, I think I'm going to get them. They could be researching. No, I think I'm going to get them doing... Hold on a minute. Ah, I don't think we can reanimate. That's what made me stall, because I was like, hang on a minute, there's something missing. It's reanimation. We can't do it because we're under siege, obviously. So yeah, I'll just leave that. Now we could probably summon some undead. We've got absolutely loads of death gems, by the way. I need to start using these. They're just being wasted there. I don't have any really good. I kind of need to go a little bit higher into death, I think, if I want to get a decent death mage. I guess the next one's going to be. Let's see who we've got. Death. Let's just look for death. Yeah, Spectre's a death mage, I think. I think he's kind of good. Malmfiend's really good. But he comes at level 7. Yeah. Level 7's kind of high, so just leave it for the time being. There might be other death mages that you can summon in enchantment. I forget now. Anywho. This side of the map we've pretty much got dealt with, I think. So we're going to move these guys in and just take this. I think we might find that these guys, this army here, try to move in. If I can kill one of the commanders, that might help. So yeah, I think that's pretty much all we're going to be doing this turn. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all we're going to be doing. What I might do is I might get a couple of Makata up, just so that I've got more troops to some ferrying monkeys to carry blood slaves, basically. And the idea of Makata is leading a kind of trail of virgins all shackled together, across some crazy wasteland in order to take them back to be sacrificed. I just find it absolutely hilarious because Makata they're not really supposed to be doing stuff like that, I don't think. Yeah, I remember now. I was getting these possessed corpses. Vitalas. These are pretty cool, right? These have got an attack when this corpse dies, they turn into an ethereal version, and the ethereal version is quite good, and it causes an attack, or it has an attack. It causes feeble mind, which is that feeble mind will basically prevent any mages being able to cast any spells. I think it completely reduces their magic ability. So these are quite nice if you get an enemy mage that comes in trying to do a sort of like thugging or super combatant stuff on you. You can send these guys in, and they've got a reasonable chance of getting a feeble mind hit in on it, and then that's it. That's game over for that particular unit unless you can heal that particular affliction. I'm going to keep these two here, I think. Oops, I don't want to be doing that. Oh, this guy, what affliction has he got? Battle Fright. That's not the worst affliction I've ever seen, so I'm probably not going to bother trying to heal that. The amount of population you lose for a Feast of Flesh is pretty big. So now I don't think this guy needs all this stuff here. Let's just put all that back. I'll let him keep the Thistle Mace. Actually, saying that, we might be better off giving the Thistle Mace to one of our Yogini, and then I'm kind of interested to see what we can cast with this. I forget what the hotkey is for ritual now. Let's just have a look at nature. Yeah, look, this guy is actually pretty good. So Forest Trolls is a nice spell. Haruspecs. Okay, there are a bunch of spells in the game that basically allow you to site search at the maximum level, so it'll search up to level 9. So you'll discover any sites that are there. It's like an it'll automatically find stuff. That's actually quite a good thing for you to be doing where are we? For you to be doing, and you can set it as a monthly ritual. So this is quite a nice feature. So what will happen is you can basically pick where you want it to go, and then the game will kind of suggest the best place to do it. And then after that, every turn it will just automatically cast the spell in a location that it's not been cast before. So that's a nice little quality of life thing that Illwinter have put in there to stop you from having to manually. There's stuff in here basically that stops you from having to do like excessive micromanagement. I think some people would argue that it doesn't go far enough, and I'll let you be the judge of that. Okay, Anamiva. I think I'm going to keep this guy here just in case we get attacked by Atlantis here, which is probably going to happen soon. I'll get these guys just reanimating some corpses just so we've got some chaff up. I think if we're going to start doing stuff like Long Dead, then we probably want to get some more amulets of the dead as well. Alright, I think we're about done here. Yeah. So let's roll the turn on and see what happens next. No new sites found with high specs. Okay. 7 blood hunters captured 58 good blood slaves. That's good. Bala failed to seduce Devasativa, the Gyak general. The battle ensued. Let's have a look at the battle then. With a little bit of luck, she manages to kill him. Oh, sorry. Oh dear. That's me. There we go. So she's casting Wooden Warriors again. Have I got a scripted to do that, or is that just something she's doing? Okay. So basically, she did manage to damage him. Sorry, the buffalo did manage to damage him. Now she's gonna charge in. Look. Oops. Let's just put it on the normal speed. See what happens. Oof. That was a lightning bolt, but I think she. Let's just have a look what happened there. The Gyaki general hit the Rakshasi in the body with a falchion, and he actually kicked her as well. Now, I did 11 points of damage. I wonder if she's wounded from this. Then he kicked her, and then she actually hit him in the body with a flesh eater and did 40 points. So, yeah, she avoided, like, or had no effect. Attack roll 20. Yeah, she did a really, really high damage roll there. 34 plus 7. Yeah, I mean, that's the it's doing 34 damage. The Fletcher Eater is really good. We're very, very lucky she avoided any afflictions here. And now the fact that she was regenerating probably helped. So that was a successful mission as far as I'm concerned. There's a battle again in Typhia. Let's have a look what happened here. This will just be Kailassa just taking back the province that they lost. We just had a bunch of PD here. They might not. Actually, I don't think that was a PD. I know what that was. That was a bunch of troops that got left there. I'm an idiot. I forgot to pick them up. Let's see what we lost. We lost 13 Bandar warriors. Some of them escaped. Okay. No biggie. There was a battle at Oak Beach. So we're just going to... This is us relieving our garrison. Yeah, they haven't got a whole lot here, look. These Rakshasha are just going to absolutely wreck these forebears, look. Even being ethereal... There we go, look. Murderation. So, we lost 3 Garners and that was it. Well, we actually killed quite a lot of troops there. The forebears are good. Magical gems have been found in a split chunk of an oak. So we've got 10 nature gems. Diarrhea has spread amongst the militia, reducing defense by 5. We probably should sort that out. An unexpected event is happening in Agenor. Construction of a new ring wall to defend a major city is complete. People from far and near are gathering to seek comfort and commerce in the city. Tax revenues have been permanently increased. This is a nice one. Fortification gained, and we've got province income. Let's just go to the province. Wow, look at this. It's put up a... Yeah, it's put up a castle. One of the problems with this is it will be drawing out resources from the other places. However, this is still a good idea because if we put in a laboratory here, we can at least use it to get more mages. So I'm not going to complain about that. That's decent. Okay, I'm still umming and ahhing as to whether Kali's going to be able to jump in here and kill all these horse tribe with the mages that are guarding it. But maybe for the time being, she should actually get in over here. No, she won't be able to go there. She'll have to just jump in straight on this. Now, we've got a big army moving in here. Look, 400 units. Mainly wolves, light bandar archers, Tavi infantry. Let me see if I've got any spells that are going to help us against air stuff. Now, I'm pretty sure alteration. Have we got arrow fend yet? Forget which one it's in. No, arrow fend is level 6 in enchantment. I don't have that yet. That basically would make it so that these are just, these Bandar warriors are just completely ineffective. Can I rush that, I wonder? We're actually going for blood magic at the moment. Yeah. I don't need this yet. I might try to go for Arrowfend. Now, Enchantment 5 is going to give us... What is Enchantment 5 going to give us? It's useful. You've got these ward spells, which are decent. These basically give you shock resistance and fire resistance, although we've already got that. We have a look. Trade Wind we can probably cast at some point. I think that just gives you a coastal province income bonus. That's not too bad, considering that... Oh no, Lanka's not a coastal province. Fomoria is, though. We've got Fomoria on sea here. So we've got a lot of coastal provinces as well. We got a few. So that might actually be quite a nice spell to cast. What else have we got in here that we could probably cast? Foul. Can we do Foul Vapors as this nation? No, I don't think so. No, we don't have any water mages. I think Kali could cast it. That's actually quite a nasty spell. Foul Vapors is a battlefield wipe spell, which basically it will gradually poison all the troops on the field. It's a good one. I like it. We don't have poison resistance on our own troops, though. That's the one problem with it. But Kali herself is relatively poison resistant, I think. Yeah, she's really poison resistant with this armor that she's got. So she could just jump in there, cast Foul Vapors, and then do some super combatant nonsense on them. Okay. Let's just get some of this up. We've got loads of money. So we should probably be replacing some of the troops that we're losing. Let's also get some more... I'm going to get another Rakshasi while I've got the opportunity. While I've got some money. I don't think I need to spend too much money on other stuff. I'll get one of these guys over here so that we can get a temple up and a laboratory. Temples and laboratories are always worth spending money on, I'd say. Okay, I don't want him researching, I don't think. Yeah, these guys want to be getting out and fighting, so... Yeah, these Rakshasa warriors, I've got loads of them now. They're looking a bit shabby, some of them. Some of them have got... I mean, some of them have got like 3 afflictions, but... You can actually get rid of wounded troops, so if you go to... yeah, select all wounded troops. Look, you can actually set them off into another group, and then you can just get all your best troops. This is one way that you can kind of... There's lots of little hotkeys, by the way, for doing stuff like this. So if you I'm pretty much on any screen in Dominions, if you hold Shift and then hit the question mark key, it will give you a list of hotkeys. And this is how to get around... I don't know, like people... I disagree that the UI in Dominions is bad. I hear this people say, "Oh, I want to play Dominions, but I hate the UI," and I don't get it. I think the UI in Dominions is different, but I like different UIs. I don't like to play with the same UI all the time. I just think it's like it's one of the things that I find boring about modern 4X games. They've all got that same UI that kind of came in with a sort of Endless Legend, and it's just boring. Like I'm sure that's partly what contributes towards people thinking all these games feel the same. Anyway. I'm going to stop rambling about user interfaces. Let's... they've got manticores here as well. 400 units is quite a lot. I think... I don't know, 400 units might be a lot. Might be quite a lot for these Rakshasa. I think I'm going to put these guys together. I think there's something to be said about safety in numbers. Now, they're in a double line. Probably put them in a single line formation. Just so that they kind of catch anything that's coming in. I reckon these guys can probably do that. I reckon they can probably do this. Will each one of these guys kill 10? Yeah, they will do if they're left to their own devices. Especially if they've got mages behind them doing stuff. Now we've got a fair amount of blood slaves. We could do some interesting shenanigans with communions. What would we be doing? I don't know. We could do some cool stuff, though. I'm getting a bit tired. I'm finding it difficult to focus on these big lists of stuff. Yeah, there are plenty of combat spells. If we press C, this will give you all the combat spells. So, what would be good spells? Agony's a decent spell. Hellfire? I don't remember seeing this one. Number of effects 2. 9 plus armor piercing. Fire magic damage. Okay, that's interesting. Only just two attacks. Yeah. Bloodlust is decent. Basically makes everything stronger. the major, by sacrificing blood, the mage awakens the bloodlust of demons, giving them increased strength during battle. So it only affects demons, which is great for us. This is interesting. Yeah, that might be a nice spell for us to cast. And it's only blood too. So basically, we could send a Kalamuka in there. Let's... I've got to be a bit careful. I don't want to throw away my, throw away an army. At the same time... Yeah, let's go for another seduction attempt. At the same time, I'm confident that most of these can probably be... I can probably kill these. They're not that strong. Yeah, we haven't got... I wasn't able to get any chaff in there that turn, was I? What do I think? Light Bandar archers hit really hard, both with their longbows and with their maces. They have got quite a lot of Atavi as well. Looks like they've mainly got wolves. So the order in which it describes what it's got is the order. I think is the order in which you got. You got the most stuff. So it's written in descending order. So there'll be more wolves than Light Bandar archers than there are Atavi infantry, and so on. There's a couple of manticores in there as well, so I've got to be a bit careful in case they jump into the back line. Yeah, so let's get that force that was there already. Okay, first of all, I'm going to move these guys in. We've got some Kalamukas as well. In fact, this guy... Oh no, this is my prophet. He definitely wants to go in. I think what we're going to do this time is similar thing. Yeah, I think I'm going to get the Rakshasa warriors to go in first. I'm actually going to move these back a little way. We're going to take quite a lot of arrows coming in. Like, a lot of arrows. Let's see what spells we've got. Have we got... I can't remember if I'd got Storm yet. No, I didn't, did I? No. Oh, yes, I have. Okay. But can he cast it? Yes, he can. He can cast Storm if we give him a gem. Let's give him some air gems. I think he can cast Storm. It's going to cast one. It's going to... Yeah, air gems required one, but if we spend an extra gem, we should go up to air 4, which he needs in order to cast it. I think that's true. I think that's right. Although I'm not sure why that's still staying on red, which means that you can't cast it. Let me just remind myself what's going on here. Creates a rainstorm or blizzard on the battlefield, makes flying impossible and shooting difficult. A rainstorm. See, this will be good. If we cast Storm, basically those Light Bandar archers are not going to have much hope of hitting us with anything. Secondly, we'll cast Storm. Then immediately we're going to cast Storm Power. And then we can start doing some of the other stuff that we've got, like Thunderstrike, basically. And Thunderstrike's more effective in this storm, I believe. I think it's more effective in a storm. Where's that Lightning Bolt? Let me just remind myself of how Storm works again. Sorry about this, folks. Precision was used by half, 50% of missiles lost. Yeah. I seem to remember somebody telling me that Storm basically makes Thunderstrikes better. Forgive me if that's not correct. If anyone's watching and knows this a little bit better than me, then please go ahead and leave a comment and let me know. Okay, so... I think that's going to work because we've got extra gems. Now, it might be that I need twice as many gems. Let me just give him a whole bunch. Yeah, it's kind of still saying that he can't do it. I'm pretty sure he can. I'm pretty sure that spending an extra gem actually takes him up here. Anyway, I'm gonna gamble on this. I think that's going to work. So basically, he's going to cast Storm, which is going to reduce the effectiveness of these archers, and then my demons are going to go in. As a little bit of backup, what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Kalamukas in as well, and we'll have a bit of a play with the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That looks like a good idea. 1, 2, 3, 4. No, I think I want some more. 7, 8. I'm just going to take a whole bunch. This is very inefficient, by the way, but since it's a single player, it doesn't really matter too much. So what I tend to do is get this one as a Sabbath slave, get one of them that I want as a master as the Sabbath Master. This one would be a good Sabbath Master. Oh, and just delete these. Oops. Sabbath Master. And then what I do is I put one on... I set a hotkey for each, like 9 and 0. The Sabbath Master and Sabbath Slave. And that way I can just kind of go through them quickly. So I think what I'm going to do is... let's do it this way. Let's get this guy in the Sabbath. So, yeah, he wants Sabbath Master. This is one way of absolutely boosting this up, by the way. So the way that Communions and Sabbaths work is that for every the way that it works is you gain magic levels. You gain levels in each path equal to the number of slaves to the power 2. So and then that, I think, is that right, or is it square? No, it would be the square root of it. But anyway, the if you've got 4 slaves, that's what's that? Yeah, you're going to go up 2 paths, I think. And if you've got 8 slaves, you go up 3 paths. 4 paths, you'd need 16. I think that's the way that it works. I'm also very, very bad at maths when I'm tired. So, yeah, just bear with me. I'm going to take a bunch of blood slaves here. We're going to need a bunch of blood slaves to do this, because everybody who is going to be a Sabbath slave needs to take a slave or 2. So, let's just get some slaves up. Everybody is going to need at least 1. The Sabbath slaves are going to need 1. Sabbath masters are going to need at least 1. Oops. I think it was 0 for master, wasn't it? So, I want 1... 2. He wants to be a master, I think. He wants to be a master. Have a slave. Now, the higher the path of the slave, the less fatigue they take. So, actually, it's pretty useful to have higher paths on the slaves sometimes too. I just need to figure out how many I'm going to actually need here. Now this guy could actually probably go up to go up in spirit levels. Sorry, in priest levels as well. That's something we could actually do. If we get this guy doing Sabbath Master as well. I've got to be a bit careful not to have too many masters. The thing is, the fatigue quickly turns into damage. So Sabbath Master, Sabbath Slave. So we got one slave. Let's go 2 slaves, 3 slaves, 4 slaves. That's going to be enough to take us up 5. 6, it's probably safe, and then we've got one master. We're gonna have 2 masters, 3, 4, 5. Now, I'm a bit lazy and I can't really be bothered to kind of work out exactly how many I'm going to need for the stuff that I'm going to do. These guys, however, we are going to be able to cast personal regeneration because we've got a Sabbath Master that's got nature magic. So if we go to personal regen, where are we? Personal regeneration. So all of the Sabbath slaves are going to be regenerating. I think this is going to be safe. I think 6 slaves should be enough, especially with some of them with higher blood paths. So anyway, this guy is going to go for Storm. Where are we? So first he's going to cast Storm. I might actually cast Air Shield. Actually, after Storm. Okay, Storm and Air Shield. By the way, anybody who if there's anybody who is still watching this who plays multiplayer, they're probably going, "Oh God, this is going to take so long." Just bear with me, folks. I think what I might do in future episodes is if I'm scripting big battles with communions, then I might kind of just pause the video and just do it and then show you what I've done. But just for the first time, I want you to sit and see. This is one of the areas where Dominions does require some micromanagement. I'm afraid it's just the way that it is. It doesn't bother me. I really like it. I really like the intricacy in setting up blood, in communions. I just think it's really good fun, but I can see how some people might find it a bit laborious. I think the way you got to look at Dominions is this, right? There's a lot of fun to be had with it. There is some micromanagement, I'm afraid, or nano management, as some people might describe it as. Yeah, this is looking good. So all the masters, I want to be staggering the rejuvenation spell so that, like, for example, we're going to cast every spell that you cast with blood basically costs at least 100 fatigue, which is enough to instantly fatigue a single caster out, and knock them out for a round. But the way that the communions work is that you are sharing the fatigue between all the slaves with the masters. So the master casts the spell, and then the fatigue is basically shared. It's shared amongst the slaves, and the amount of fatigue they take will depend on how many, on the level of the magic paths that they have of the spell that is being cast. Okay. This is where Dominion starts getting complex, right? And this is probably the most complex part of it, I'd say. This and the way that movement stuff works. I think are the two things that I find a little bit like arcane in Dominions. The other thing we should do, by the way, is just get some troops at the back. I've got to be a little bit careful. I don't want to put my commanders too close to the back. We've got a bunch of griffins, and if they jump in, I'm going to put the Lancashires, but I might actually put just one of this Ghana at the back as well, just in case, because a griffin jumping down, if it gets a lucky hit on it, will kill it'll kill these mages. They're pretty effective. Okay, so Storm air shield, and then he's going to throw out some thunder strikes. I think that's what he's going to do. Although maybe, yeah, Storm. I definitely want somebody casting rejuvenation after the very first casting. So let's do that. Let's get this guy doing reinvigoration. Sorry. So he's going to do reinvigoration. Horde of skeletons could be something he does afterwards. Have we actually got a skull staff? Yes, we have. Okay, awesome. Skull staffs are useful. Let's get some skull staffs on these guys. So these guys can start spamming out skeletons, and I can show you guys Horde of skeletons, because Horde of skeletons is really good fun. Where are we? Horde of skeletons. Oh no, I've not got it yet. Oh no, I haven't. Okay, I could do raise dead. Providing there is actually corpses on this field. I think there should be corpses, so yeah, we got raised skeletons as well. Ah, what a shame. We've not got a horde of skeletons this turn. Okay, it's not a big deal. We can still do some fun stuff with that. Raised skeletons will also work. I think I'm going to get this guy to do rejuvenation here. Reinvigoration, sorry. There we are. This guy. Brajamani. Yeah, Brajamani. I like to learn the names of my commanders. So this guy's doing, or she is doing personal regen. She could probably do something like Howl. Yeah, Howl is a good spell. That's going to cost quite a lot of fatigue, which means one of the other Sabbath Masters is going to have to do reinvigoration again. He's doing spells. I definitely want to get him casting. Hang on, we're going to go up 2 levels. I wonder if we can do divine channeling. Interesting. Fanaticism as well. This prayer has the same effect as Sermon of Courage. Sermon of Courage basically raises morale, but it affects all friendly units on the entire battlefield. I don't think I need to do that. I'll just leave it anyway. If I leave this guy to go off script, it's not going to hurt things, probably. Notice the probably in there. So we've got reinvigoration on the second step. Yeah, so reinvigoration we want one on the third. This guy is doing Howl, or she's doing Howl. I think she should do reinvigoration after that. So she's going to need another blood slave. I should probably take another bunch of blood slaves as well, just in case. That should be it. I reckon I'm probably going a bit overkill with the slaves here. I might be able to get away with having one more casting spells, but I think I don't want to lose all my spells. What will happen is if you make a mistake, you're going to start losing slaves, and if you make a big mistake, you'll lose a lot of slaves, and that can be a bit of a problem. Now, what we're relying on in this battle really is the big front line of Rakshasa warriors. So this stuff is just kind of for fun, really. Although Storm air shield. This might actually this could make a bit of a difference to, you know, the way the battle plays out. I might actually get a couple of these. Let me just hold tab and pick up some of these damage guys. So I might just get a few more of these Rakshasa warriors that are a bit wrecked. Oops. It's quite hard to... This is where the UI isn't very good, just in this situation. I think this was probably okay in Dominions when people had lower resolution monitors. I think it becomes more of a problem with low resolution monitors. Right, I'm going to get some more troops at the back here. I'm going to get those guys on hold and attack, just so that we've got a few, like, you know, troops that aren't too important, so that they can, if a griffins jump down, they can attack those. All right, that should be enough. I think gonna do a little bit of spam. I don't know if this skelly spam's actually going to do a whole lot, really, because all the skeletons does a lot better, to be honest. There are other things that we can do, but yeah, Howl is decent. Howl will win us the battle if our front line holds, because basically what happens is wolves just come in off the side of the battlefield. Anyway, I'm going to try not to talk too much and let's get on with it. So let's get all of these blood slaves. Got another guy carrying blood slaves. Here we go. And we've got a couple of Markata that I created for the very purpose of getting those guys done. We're making some skull staffs. I think next turn, yeah, we're going to get Horde of Skeletons. I'll go for Arrowfend as well. I don't know if we're going to need it. I suspect that this is probably going to be pretty much all of what Kailassa is going to be throwing at us. However, he is on a higher difficulty level, so we might find that actually he has got more stuff to throw at us afterwards. I'll leave those guys there. I think pretty much everything else is looking good. So, right, fingers crossed. Let's see what happens with this battle. You should never ever be playing Dominions and then making a comment like, well, fingers crossed. Ideally, you really want to be knowing what's going on, but there is a little bit of luck involved. No new sites found with Haruspecs. We captured 55 good blood slaves. We failed to seduce the commander. Let's see what happened when the battle commenced. Oh, this guy's going to get absolutely ruined. Yeah, he got trampled by a big fat buffalo. Okay, there's a battle in Typhia. Here we go. Right, check this out. Wow, look how many troops they've got. So, what's noticeable? Oh, they've got some of these Gandavara. These guys are these are a sacred summon. Got 18 protection. Oof, I didn't know that they had these. They are starving though. I don't know if starving is going to reduce their strength or hit points or anything. No, I think it just gives them the opportunity to get diseased. Anyway, they've got a whole lot of troops, including a whole bunch of animals that they summoned. This is like some Ace Ventura shit. Yeah, they've got loads of these Yavanas. Yeah, this is quite a strong army. We'll see what happens. Hopefully our spells will save the day. I was meant to cast that demonic, I forget which it is now, the one that boosts all the demons. Okay, we cast Bloodletting. That's kind of interesting. Bloodletting is pretty good because it's going to have popped off all of the Bloodletting. Basically does in a large area. It basically takes some hit points off everyone, but that's going to have popped all the berserking. Now, yeah, look, here's what happened. These guys have jumped in. These Manticore. So this is a bit of a problem. Let's see if we can survive this. Hopefully the Rakshasa warriors will be able to kill them before they kill too many of my mages. Looks like Storm didn't go off. Did we lose our... Ah, yeah, looks like we lost our Rakshasha. Now, fortunately, our demons are berserking. I'm interested to see what happens to the Rakshasha, actually. Where is he? Kalamukas. He's still here. I can't see him. Where is he? Where are you, Rakshasha? Did he just charge in, or did he jump into the back line or something? I can't actually see him now. He's basically he's doing what Rakshasas do best, just killing stuff, probably somewhere in the front line. It's like playing Where's Wally, except with Lanka and Dema ogres. Yeah, we didn't get Howl off either. I don't. It looks like. Yeah, we got the communion. The communion went off. I probably need to rewatch this kind of quick afterwards and just figure out exactly what happened. I think we're going to be okay here. It's looking like our demons are actually going to break through. I'm just going to speed it up a little bit. Yeah, we actually managed... We routed them, look. Look at this. Massive amount of troops that are just running away. Okay, here's the raised skeletons, look. Large amounts of dead going up. Loads. So you'll see what happens there. You basically, once you've got these communions going, you can actually spit out huge amounts of undead in a battle. What happened here then? We lost 2 Kalamurkas and 2 Raktapatas. I think these guys who must have been... Yeah, these are the guys who were scripted to do Howl. I think those... I want to just quickly look at that, guys. Because I'm interested to see what... I think the Griffins must have jumped on them. Yeah, okay, so what happened was I didn't... I should have put my forces much closer to the front of the battle. Because what happened was these guys moved forward when the Griffins jumped in. They needed to be further back. And look, they caught up here. So the Griffins attacked the back line, and the back line actually turned out to be... Who was that who did that? Okay. There we go, look, these guys jumped in, look. These caused problems straight away. Okay, there's the Rakshasha. I just couldn't see him. That's where it was. Oh, then he ran in and he went berserk, I think. Let me have a look at this. Now this is a problem with getting mages, with having mages that have got berserk, by the way. When you've got berserk and blood bond, what happened was those guys got hit and blood bond kicked off, and now they're all berserking. And when they're berserking, they're not going to be casting any spells. They're just going to charge in. Okay, so that's what happened basically, yeah. There's so many kind of consequences that you've got to consider when you start doing your builds. Okay, there was a battle in Oak Beach, so it looks like Kailassa sent some more troops in. Whoops. Sorry, which key is this? W. There we are. Yeah, okay, so these guys are just moving in with some of the troops they had left. Trolls living under bridges have killed and eaten travellers. God. Okay, so 12 unrest, and we lost some gold. We found some gold in Iron Peaks. We're under siege in Oak Beach again. So what we're going to do is just repeat what we did last time. Now, Kailassa has got a lot of troops, I think. They've got 120 Yavanas there. Oh, is that how many they had? 13 Yavanas. But they've got 72 troops. They must have moved more in afterwards. Okay, that's interesting. Probably going to have to move these back again. Yeah, like Kailassa have got numbers advantage on me, and I've got to be a little bit careful because that situation could get quite dangerous in the sense that I might not be able to keep up and lose a war of attrition. See why this hotkey's not working. There we go. Okay, we've got 65 blood slaves. We've got even more here. Okay, let's get these monkeys going this way. Yeah, we're blood hunting this one into the ground, but I don't really mind. Yeah, we need to get some more. Oh, we got Kali up here though. Let me just check how many mages they had. They've got a Yaksha, and that's it. Okay, I'm pretty sure that Kali can deal with this herself, especially if we give her some gems. And we've got some more research in now. I'm interested to see what spells she's going to be able to cast. Summon Earth Power, Iron Skin, Quicken Self, Moth Body. If we've got enchant, we've not got you. Oh no, we've not. I was thinking that maybe we had Earthquake, but we don't think we have yet. Oh, we do. Okay, so she could cast Earthquake. That's one spell that she can do. She's going to need some Earth Gems if she's going to do it. She's going to get set upon though before Earthquake goes off. And she might cripple herself in the process. Really, you want to be doing this when you're flying. Now she doesn't have. Oh, I know what I can do though. We've got an air mage. Yeah, this is a potential strategy when you're faced with a lot of troops. You can use Earthquake. Earthquake's basically a battlefield wipe spell. Cast an Earthquake as you might expect. And if you've got troops that can fly, they can float above it basically, and they won't take any damage. Now, kind of need to move forwards and get on top of this fort. again, I'm a bit reluctant to take too many risks, especially with my pretender. There's loads. We've got loads of spells now, though, so we've got quite a lot of options. Got Iron Warriors, which gives 20 protection to a small group of troops. Yeah, got quite a lot of stuff. Got Flaming Arrows as well. She can cast Flaming Arrows. If I had Bandar Archers, that might be a good option, but I haven't. Although Flaming Arrows will work with Sticks and Stones too. I think if we had magic... Right, I need to get some magic resistance items up. Now, I don't think we can do it because we haven't got any Astral Pearls. And I think the MR stuff's mostly Astral, if I remember right. Yeah, I think it is. That was a large army we killed there. Looks like they've put a temple up here, look. Let's knock this temple down this turn. Cave Drake. Oh yeah, they're putting a fort up as well. Let's knock this down. I'm going to carry on with her doing the seduce. These guys, yeah, Kali. I mean, I could probably kill these with Kali if I come up with a decent script. I'm just worried about MR. Magic resistance is not high enough. So if, you know, especially now she's cursed, she could take a nasty hit if she's not careful. Summon Earth Power, Iron Skin, Quicken Self, Moss Body. That might do it. Temper Flesh would be the other one. And then she's just going to run in and be a super combatant. Yeah, I think I'm going to get her to break out. I reckon she can do this. Just got to make sure she's scripted to stand at the back. Summon Earth Power. That's going to give her more reinvigoration. Iron Skin, Quicken Self, Moss Body. I think that'll do it. This could be amusing. You might see me lose a pretender here, folks. But let's see how it goes. Okay, this guy is going to be putting up a temple first, and then we're going to get a lab. But loads of money as well, because we're not building any troops. Let's get... Kalamuka's going to be a good bet at this point of the game. I'll carry on with Rakshasha here. And we probably want to keep getting Lancashire, because I do think these are a good troop, and they're worth getting. Can't recruit anything here, because we're under siege. Probably I might just get Kalamukas up now. These Kalamuka warriors. They are a really, really good troop. They're really solid. While we got a little bit of money, it might be a good idea. Plenty of okay, yeah, that'll do. Yeah, I was just gonna say we've got plenty of recruitment points here. So yeah, this is looking good. We don't want to be reanimating soldiers with these guys now. I might actually move... We can Cloud Trapeze this guy. Can we get him? No, we can't get him quite far enough. Oh no, we don't want to do it. I think he can probably move almost that far, can he? Yeah, it's probably not worth using the gems to cloud. Oh, wow, mind you, we've got 100 and... Right. Here's something that you don't want to be doing, by the way. Don't have massive amounts of gems sat around doing nothing. Like I think partly what it is that I'm playing a bit too quick. But basically, you want to be spending these gems, right? These are kind of important. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep these guys here, and I'm going to just start just summoning some stuff, because you want to be using these gems, man. Because just like getting stuff like Griffins out is going to be pretty good. These things are all right, and especially when they're buffed with things like Iron Warriors, they can make a nice little nasty surprise for the enemy. Stealthy little scouts. Let's move those guys over here. Actually, what I might do is I might get this Markata over here. I can't remember why I made these, actually. I think I'm going to get them over here just so I can bounce off this and just see what's on this throne. Also, I probably should be looking at getting these thrones sorted. Okay, so now we've figured out that we've actually got quite a lot of gems that need spending. I think I should start spending them. So, guys forging crystal skull staffs. That's not a bad idea. It's casting high specs. These are just animating undead. I think I'm going to get another king up just so I can get some of these soulless. We got loads of soulless here. 300 units of soulless. Probably we could get ourselves another blood, some more blood dowsing stuff, and then yeah, if we've got any more blood 2 mages. No, I actually sent them all out on that mission, didn't I? I'm glad this is not a multiplayer game because I'm making so many mistakes. But this is why I like playing single player, because I can make mistakes and not feel bad about it. I don't shame myself about it afterwards. I'm just like, you know, it's just single player. Who cares? When it's multiplayer, I'm like, God damn it! I can't believe I did that. I really bully myself. Let's get these guys up. I might try and get some Bandar, light Bandar archers up and get flaming arrows up, because flaming arrows is really fun. Yeah, this is kind of about all we need. I think once we've got enchantment 6, I'm going to go into conjuration, because conjuration you can start getting some really cool spells. Alright folks, let's see what happens in the next turn. Oh gosh, it's nearly an hour. Gotten carried away again. This is a game that you'll get really, if you get into it, if you can get into it, right? This is one of those games where you can just lose hours. Research and enchantment is complete, so we've got enchantment level 5. We've cast Harrow Specs, didn't find anything. Got some griffins. Let's just go to those guys and I'll show you what they're like. We got a whole bunch of them, look. So how many have we got? We got 10 out of those 2 castings. So these guys have got 44 hit points, 16 strength, 14 attack, 10 defense. They're flying. They're undisciplined, so you can't control them. But at the start, if you're careful, you can get a casting of Iron Warriors off onto these guys, or Wooden Warriors, something like this, just to make sure that they make their protection a little bit higher. When their protection goes up, like if you can get protection 20 on them, they're really, really scary, because they've got 2 attacks, they can fly. Basically, they'll just go and maul your enemies in the back line. So, and they're just fun to use as well. I like using some of the generic summons in this game. I don't know if they're always used in multiplayer. I suspect not. Okay, let's see what happens here anyway. We got 50 blood slaves. Barla failed to seduce Abayankara, the Yaksha, and a battle ensued. Let's see what happens. Yaksha is going to be tough for me to win, I think. But let's see what he does. Okay. Oops. She's casting. Right, this thing's just here to just to tie this guy up while she gets the opportunity to get her spells off. Oh, okay. Oh, she's run. Okay, I see what happened there. So, she was lucky. Hang on, has she got... I think I see what happens here. I think that she should have shock resistance though, right? From this armor. Yeah, she's shock resistant. I wondered if the shock... she got hit and the shock resistance went off. But yeah, I think she just got hit and ran away. She just got scared, basically. Oh dear. Now, did she die when she ran away? Don't think so. I think she's still alive. Okay, there was a battle in Oak Beach. Let's have a look. This is Kali trying to break out. So they've got a whole lot of troops. Look, a lot of these summoned Apsaras. We've got a load of these sacred naked dudes. Yeah, there's a lot of troops here. In fact, they've got some of these. Look, the Gandharvas or Gandharvas, and yeah, these are another one. Magic being, they got 80. They're basically like a Yavana but with 18 protection and high magic resistance as well. Another scary troop. Okay. Okay, she's got a script off. She's just going to basically chop these guys to pieces now, I think. Unless I'm very, very lucky, she's not even going to take a hit. If you check it out, look, she's got 25 defense, 29 protection, and she's hitting whole squares with this Frostbrand. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, the vine shield and the fire shield is just going a long way towards just killing everything basically here. Yeah, this is a super combatant. There you go. Classic super combatant chassis. She killed 87 troops. So there you go, you see. Now the AI, I can't. I'm sure the AI can deal with super combatants. I just don't remember seeing them do it. I think they can. Our undefended province of Typhia had been conquered by the enemy. Okay, there's a battle in the Sodden Merc. This is us doubling back on ourselves into this swamp. I didn't script this properly, and I probably wasted some blood slaves here. But these Rakshashas just don't need it. Here we go. Look. Okay, we won that one. Hands down. Yeah, we lost one Rakshasha. Oh, we found the end of this bag of wine. That's because the Rakshasha was carrying it. So yeah, we killed 65 troops. The rest probably retreated. Sneaking enemy was discovered. Oh, it was a bunch of false prophets. We killed a load of brigands. Okay. Again, look, 220 troops. Kailassa is absolutely pumping troops out. We've got to do something about this. Let's get... Okay, these guys... We need to get these guys back here, I think. And I think Kali is going to have to... Oops. Not forge anything. She wants to cast... Feast of Flesh might be okay. You get 15 of these Pragasas out. Now, these guys are they'll probably be quite good against these. Problem is they're naked. But we can cast Storm, providing that... Yeah, she should be able to cast Storm. Oh no, she can't cast it. Yeah, it's these dudes that can cast. It's this guy that can cast Storm, but he needs to be in a community to be able to do it, or he's got to spend some extra gems. I probably should have analysed that last battle to check out exactly what it was, why it was that didn't go off. I suspect that we didn't have enough Sabbath slaves in order to boost the path. But mind you, I'm sure we had at least a couple. Like 2 slaves should raise the path by 1, if I remember right. Yeah, because 2 to the power of... Sorry, 2 to the power of 2 is 1. Yeah, okay, so... Yeah, because 2 to the power... any number to the power of itself is 1, isn't it? Anyway... We figure out what I'm doing here. Okay, this guy wants to get a lab. Oh, we haven't got the money. Oh, yes, no, we haven't got the money. I think... Yeah, I'm probably just building too many things. Let's scale back on some of the production, so I can get at least get myself some mages up. Wow, we've got loads and loads of blood slaves coming in again. So let's get these guys taking the slaves. Yeah, 116 blood slaves now. Now I had a turn of not really spending any. I do like Rakshasa warriors. The problem is you only get 5 for 25. Feast of Flesh, yeah. Let's get Feast of Flesh. We're just going to basically get 15 big fat demon ogres with high hit point pools, basically. And they'll be decent. These are going to move on this thing next turn, I think. They might come here, possibly. They might come here, or they'll come here. Either way, it's no biggie. Let's get a Kalamuka up. Oops, I can't afford it. How much are they? 170. This Kalamuka over here could probably go over here. I want to start kind of consolidating my troops a little bit, just in case I do get attacked again. Okay, we've got Agana the Rakshasi, so let's get her changing shape again. We'll bring her over this way. Now, did I lose that? Yeah, I think I must have lost this oh yeah, she died. How did she die? I must have not watched the end of the battle. Just see what happened here. I think my script's too long on that. I think I need to figure out a better script. Okay, she ran away. I think she must have just She must have just retreated, or she just died for some reason. Okay, that's a shame. We lost the gear on her. In that case, what we got to do is we're going to have to get... Yeah, let's get her... Okay, wing shoes is decent. Oops. We don't want to be alchemizing things. Wing shoes... Ah, lifelong protection. Now this is a good assassination thing. It's expensive though. Yeah, let's get one of those. If we give her a lifelong protection, if we give her a lifelong protection and a skull staff, she can like do horde of skeletons and then yeah, she can do horde of skeletons. She'll be relatively good at doing horde of skeletons, and she'll be spitting out imps. And then yeah, I think that might be a good way of doing it. That's quite expensive in blood slaves, but our blood economy is okay at the moment. We're starting to get there with it. So this guy should still be reanimating since he's got that item. I'm going to try and get as many undead as we can. I think most of these are undead. Might get this guy going down here with some chaff. Yeah, that's good. Looking good. Loads of corpses here, look. I don't want to pause blood... I don't really want to pause blood hunting for that. At the same time, it is nice to get corpses. Let's get a bunch of Rakshasha. We are kind of taking off from our research doing that. But I think I've got a reasonable research advantage, I think. I'm guessing, because the AI seems to slack a little bit with when it comes to that. And get that guy researching. Let's have him preaching. Okay, that'll do. Okay, guys, I'm going to end the episode there, and we'll check out the beginning of this next turn in the next episode. So, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the series so far, and I shall catch you next time. Take it easy.